Okay, I'm Abdul Tarzi. Uh, I want to wear glasses just to see if this sounds a little bit easier. Okay, well, I was going to talk about today. There's a lot of these people that go to other countries, like they come to America, they come to France, they come to Germany, they come to Afghanistan, and they might change their names, they may change their a lot of times they change to become a citizen to another nation. They might become a citizen to another nation, and a lot of times we don't know where they are. For example, I have some cousins that I knew in America. I had some wonderful, amazing cousins, and they were called. I forgot their names, but they're wonderful, wonderful cousins, and I have not seen them because they changed their names. They want to have the rights of citizenship, and it doesn't work that way. If you're born with a certain name, a certain nation, like I was born in Afghanistan, and I've got very beautiful cousins, very beautiful sister and brothers. I know my brothers, and I know my sister, I know my mom. We found them. They're all living, thank God. Thank God. But a lot of my cousins, there's some cousins I have that are probably missing, and they're either in Canada, they're in Germany, they lie about Ukraine, Russia. That's the most peaceful place on earth. What happens is these foreigners like Iranians and Americans, especially Americans, they come and they lie about Ukraine, Russia, and Afghanistan, or they're trying to take your cousins. The same Mr. Biden is peaceful today. Kamala Harris is peaceful today. And I've talked to Kamala Harris on internet. I've not been able to talk to Mr. Biden on the phone, but we'd love to talk with him before. But what happened was with George Bush, that started, and then Obama. With Obama and George Bush, George Bush hired Obama to try to harm a lot of the citizens of Africa. And I think Mr. Bush, Mr. Obama should stick together very strong. And Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, as Democrats, we should all stick together and get our families back. Ms. Feinstein is doing an amazing job. We're proud of them, and we're proud of the Ukrainian invasions. They're doing fantastic. The Chinese are doing well. India just sent something to the moon. Did anybody see that? Indians were celebrating like one of the Tom Cruise movies, or the Apollo movie and about NASA. That's wonderful to see Indians. All I'm saying is I've got some. What I'm saying is India is a peaceful country. We're proud of what Modi does. What we also saw a lot of great things happening in the world, where they're forming a lot of good countries are coming together to make peace on earth as well, which we love. I hope they make a world peace and peace treaties around the world. We would be very proud of the presidents and the king and queens to sit together possibly and make world peace treaties, which would be amazing. So a lot of things are going well. Now, as far as just most of my family I found, most of my uncles and cousins and aunts, my brother and sister I definitely found. There's just a few that are still missing. Probably the Italians and has influenced their mind or something. Because I'm Afghanistan, my family is everywhere. Indians are my family. You know, the Afghans are a family. Americans are a family. We have good family in Italy. The Germans are our family. Canadians are our family. Italians are our family. I think we should also, because people are related, we should make also a friendly one nation as well. That'd be wonderful to make it like world peace and one nation. One nation for the whole planet will make us very satisfied, very happy, and we'd all be, one large human family. Then also they should start thinking about, you know, having the 200 nations. Could it be one country? Does it work on the earth? Does it work with, maximum? I would go with, 4 nations or 5, 10 nations, as far as each nation's having their own, kind of like a China and Russia. You could do it that way, or you could do the whole world as one nation. But the government and laws have to look at it and to see which is the most peaceful way to go. Anyway, so just be happy overall. Be kind. The more you see the world, the more wonderful and peaceful it is. And always believe in God, always be kind. As far as Eid is, the holiday itself has the word Eid. Always believe, I think that even if you're Muslim or Christian or Jew, I myself am not only Muslim, and you can always believe in Eid. The people also can be Jewish and believe in Eid. You could be Christian and believe in Eid. So Eid is an important holiday. And then also Christianity has a very good religion, a very good Christmas holiday, Christmas. If you really think about it, the whole thing is to bring the different religions so people have their own identity and look very good. So if we have a nice Jews in the world, good Christians, good Muslims, and Buddhists, and you know, all the religions together can form a good one religion. In fact, the word religion has, you can find the word religion, Religion. You can find the word one love, basically. One form of religion is very, 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 very good. That's important to have good religion. So a Muslim can go to the Christianity side anytime. As far as seeing people and being with Christians, a Christian come to the Muslim side or go to the Islam, or they might have, they might go to the big church of Masjid. When you go to Masjid, the Masjid is all for all human. It's not really a Muhammad thing. It's a Masjid is for all human. Maybe that's how they made a mistake, Muhammad Masjid, but that really is for everybody. It's called Masjid, or for some people, they might have another word in English for it. And the same thing with the cathedrals. Cathedrals not for Karzai, you see. How could Muhammad take over all of Masjid, and then does that mean Karzai going to take over all the Christianity? It doesn't make any sense. But cathedrals are very nice. And, there's beautiful, you might see a lot of different types of, in my opinion, lots of different types of angels, like readings and information. It's not just a focus of Jesus or Isa, it's a focus of a celebration of all life in both Masjid and both, Christianity. It's a celebration of everyone. And the good thing is you could learn by just going to these places how every little windows people are happy with, every little chair, because sometimes you don't get a chair, is important. If you ever get a bed, it's important. Every little roofing and windows are important. So that's the message that humans are together. They have very nice buildings in the religion, and people are forming good thoughts, good minds about the religion, being with lots of good people in Islam and Christianity, and really a lot of folks. You could feel good going to Muslim as a Muslim. We really understand that, but we feel good about celebrating life and going to having a Jewish synagogue? And you should, absolutely, you should be able to. If you're a Muslim, you can see, like our family has some synagogues, some Jewish and religious places, and some Christian religious places like the church cathedrals here. When my family goes there, we say, "Wow, the beauty, the minds, the happiness of these Jews and Christians to work together, and they make pretty good buildings." So, in a way, it's good to be together in that sense. Bring the Christians and the Muslims also have amazing buildings. My family likes the Muslim minds, the large buildings they have, and they're we'd like to go see a little more. America has really focused on religion, but as far as certain things, we don't go to the religion enough here. They have a lot of good cathedrals, churches, good masjids, and good Jewish and Buddhist type of buildings. But people are not able to see all that. We're not able to see it enough, and we want to be able to see that because staying at home is fun. But a lot of people might get like a chest or a little coughing. That's because we need to get out. And if we just go to Walmart, you feel better. If you go to a store, you do feel better. If you go to sometimes you are able to go to a wonderful place like a university, you feel better. You go to university, you feel better. And just going to restaurants, you do feel better. Sometimes you just go to a good Sizzler or a good Carl's Jr. and a good Indian buffet, that makes you feel better. But you should be able to get out of the house a little bit and, going to the church. And my gee, you do feel wonderful seeing people. As long as wherever you go, there's people. You gotta be able to see the people and the care about this whole world, the love you have on top of you is all the human beings. Now we think a lot of times. I mean, people think that the love is all about. Um, People think the love is all about God only. Well, some people can think about God in terms of human beings. There's a lot of people, like millions and billions, they have to have some God that has the human qualities. So a lot of the human beings could sometimes you look at a man and woman, you might see a little God in people. Well, they have a song about this. What if God was one of us in the songs, and there's a nice song a girl singing about what if God is one of us. Men have always thought about this as well, in the sense that men and women both could have God qualities. You remember, like, there's some qualities of Muhammad and Jesus and Buddha where they're, Moses and Mary, where they believe that themselves are gods. But a lot of human beings, like billions of people together, can also form God. The quality of there's one God and human, that is probably a good idea, because now the Quran cannot be understood by everyone. But once in a while you read the Quran and you could think about it. You're able to think about it. Or the Bible as well. For example, in the Bible, there's two good stories that come to mind. When the Bible says to love your neighbor, that's a wonderful quality, because, well, love your neighbor could mean loving the human life, loving your family, loving your neighbors, the people live next to you. And also it means to love the human family as well. You can love a neighbor, which is humans, and then you can love it's easy to love people if you can love yourself, but if you love your neighbors, you can love everyone. So that's a wonderful phrase that says to love your neighbors. Now, that's a good phrase. I remember, which you could read the whole Bible and take a couple good phrases, good keywords, and just remember that, and you'll be able to do anything you like. I take the positive ones. The negative ones, I say that doesn't exist. They're trying to basically stop it. Like, when they talk about burning, let's burn the world. I think they're trying to just shut that. But there's a lot of emphasis today about guns and jails and the heat and the fires in places like Canada, Hawaii, part of America. And it was really hot in Europe as well. Sometimes India gets real hot. I don't know if they have fires there, but what we had to do is think of the Bible and the Quran is telling us to have good weather, to have the good in humanity, and to have a good climate and weather. Climate itself is a little bit not like crazy. Just a small amount of coolness is good for you, so you can wear clothes. So if you have just a little cool, then you can wear more clothes for human beings. Climate is supposed to be a little bit cooler. Now, the weather is a good world, and we're doing very well in the world. So the climate is actually supposed to have, it's not supposed to have freezing, but a little bit cooler weather for the climate, for the weather is very good. So you could feel good about the plants. It's like when you go out there, can anybody do this? Is you go out there and see the weather, and you could see human beings having good in the good climate. But can you go out there and feel like the plants have to have good weather too and climate? It's very important for like the trees, the bushes and flowers and all those little plants that are growing. They need good climates. And then so people can be very good when the plants and air and oxygen are good with the earth, and the climate's a little bit cooler. You can feel a lot better. You can't have extreme hot. You can't have extreme coldness, and you should have good climates and good weather. So that's a good one. That was my thing about Christianity. Christianity must be good people because it comes from a lot of the world together. Now, on the Muslim one, Christianity is easy because Muslim can talk about other people all the time. I was born Muslim, but I like Christianity and Buddhists and atheists and all those folks as well. Now, I can talk a little bit about the Muslim idea, and then I'll stop and then come back the next day. On the Muslim, it's very simple as well. The Muslims have the belief in humanity, the belief in the planet Earth, and believe in, well, the Muslims seem to have a lot of belief. A lot of what I learned in the United States, they like to call it belief. A lot of these ideas that came from the education in America, but I was, and I saw some of it in Afghanistan. The Muslims like to believe, and even in Afghanistan, I saw like great amounts of sky, good amount of, you could be alive and look at the beauty of the sky, to care about the human beings, and to have some work and everything, and also nature as well. They believe in nature as well, so you're able to see a good people, and you're able to see good nature. The Muslims believe in Afghanistan. I saw, for example, good music. They like music. They like some technology. I saw television. A lot of it's Muslim technology is very good for them. They had calculators in Afghanistan. So the Muslims are into peace and family as well, and good technologies. And I think they care about human beings. Like when they eat, they like to eat together as family. So the Muslims are very good in family. They have very good family, and so let's see, in the information of the Quran. Well, that could be a very good idea, but let's say about the Qur, like the house in Islam. Qur is a house. Now, in the Bible, but they could be human being, for example, a being. Like it just sounds like a being. Bible, it sounds like the B, and the Quran, it just means K with the. In some way, it means like Qur, because they speak. A lot of the Muslim Jews talk about Qur and having a good house, Quruna, Qur, and things like that. So the Muslims language is also important. It's a small book, but it could be also, Muslim likes to talk about those. Sometimes it almost sounds, when Arabs talk about the Bible, the Quran, they almost sing it. So that's very important. The Muslims and the Christians are really like brothers and sisters. So they're very, overall, they're getting very close to each other. They're happy with each other. Okay, so let me see. What I was going to say is the Bible, the Quran also has some similarities, like the Bible. And if you understand it, in your language, you can pick out a good word. Like in the Quran, it says the God, it could be God is made in the image of human, and human beings are made in the God's image. Well, that's very important, because people can have God qualities. That it's all of, every human can have God qualities in some way, because God is our friend, and human beings are made in God's image, and God is made in human beings' image. So human beings and God could become very close and very, very, very friendly, very good with each other. Every person has something close to them about God. Every human can be close to God here. Well, that's also very good. So you can learn some key words and good ideas from both books, and just, you might be able to search it online. You might be able to go to school, and you might have a Quran or Bible at home, and you can learn a lot of good stuff. Anyways, well, okay, that's good enough for today. I hope everybody has peace. I hope everybody has, can work out a big world peace together. And I'm going to see you guys next time. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.